It feels so good to be sitting down. I've got my makeup desk organized. We're in our new apartment. We're mostly unpacked, and I finally have all my makeup out again. I've been wearing the same makeup for like 2.5 weeks. Some of that was my fault. I probably could have gotten it out and unpacked sooner, but we've just been busy with all the other things in the house, and so I just want to play with some makeup today. I figured we'd do a little get ready with me and chat and play with some makeup that I haven't used in a long time, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's been so long since I've used anything except for like 10 products, so I'm so excited. I'm gonna start with the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation, but I'm gonna use this as concealer under my eyes. I had another video where I used concealer first and then put foundation over top, and I feel like I just used less product overall and my skin looked way more natural, and I honestly just loved it. And so I've been wanting to try that with some other foundations and concealers and things like that, so we're going to try it today with the Pure one. I wish I could use this as a foundation all over my face, but I don't know what I was thinking. This is so pale, so it's just not good for me, but if I put it right in these little hollows and dark circles, I think it'll be a good color for the concealer. So we're in our new place. I'm hoping that the heater isn't too loud because we do have the heat on, and I'm not used to having central heating or air or whatever, so I don't know if it's going to be too loud. Plus we are in a basement apartment, and so I don't want to talk too loud and like bug everybody upstairs. I'm just not quite like familiar with how bad the sound carries, so I don't want to be like screaming, you know? Okay, I barely used any concealer, but I feel like that just brightened up enough that if I go on with foundation, it's going to still look put together, full coverage, whatever, but not be so much product. My skin has been kind of dry lately, and so with that concealer, it's kind of matte, and so I'm hoping that it still looks good throughout the day. I kind of want to use this NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I haven't used this in so long. Shake it up big time. It's definitely a little like pink and dark for me, but where I'm in a little turtleneck, I can just blend it down my neck and no one needs to know. So right now you are seeing our second bedroom. It's pretty small, but it's just enough space for all of like our extra stuff, and if anybody wants to stay over, they can. So it's kind of perfect. Plus I can film in here, and then my makeup stuff is out of the way. No one has to see it. Oh wow, I forgot how far this foundation goes. So we're really excited. I have a couple videos planned about house stuff that I want to do. Like I want to show you how we've organized everything and the layout and all that. I think that would be really fun. And then I want to go through like styling some of the rooms maybe together, because I've learned a lot of stuff on Skillshare, like about styling bookshelves or just rooms in general, tying your house all together, and I'm really excited about it, and so I want to share that as well. This looks really good. I barely used any product. This foundation is super liquidy, and I thought I was gonna need a lot, so I pumped out quite a bit, but I barely used anything, and my skin looks great. Yay, I am gonna take the rest down my neck, you know, just to make sure we match. It's a little warm in here. I wonder if I just need to turn the AC off. I'm just gonna set right underneath my eyes. I'm still just, whoa, just made a mess. I'm still just using the Glossier Powder. I don't have a million setting powders at once. I just feel like that's kind of a waste, you know? But I don't really want to set anywhere else. I just want to see how the foundation does on its own. Plus, where my skin's a little bit more dry, I don't want to like put powder on and make it emphasize the dryness on my face. This looks pretty. Okay, what do we want to do now? I have no idea. It's like I've never done makeup before. Okay, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I haven't used this in forever, but I feel like this is one that everybody has or has owned at one point in their life. This is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I would probably be very wise to get Hoola Light, but this is just what we've got right now, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm just being really light-handed with it, trying to barely put anything on, and just buff it out like crazy. I should have probably done my eyes first today, since I don't really know what I'm doing, but I want to like play a little bit. That would have been really smart. but it's too late for that. I just feel like my makeup goes so much quicker if I do my face first. Are you guys face first people or eyes first people? This is dark enough. I feel like I don't want to under my jawline too much. I'm just gonna go right under my chin. Guys, I feel like this lighting is pretty good. What do you think? Do you feel like this lighting is good? I'm just sitting by a window again. It's just obviously a little bit of a different light quality. But I feel like it looks really good. You can see like really well what's going on. I don't know, the colors and everything look right. I'm excited. I'm gonna put that same bronzer just in my crease since I have it out, and I feel like that's a good way to start off the eye look. And a little under my eyes as well. Okay, that gave a good little framework for an eye look. I don't really want to go in with any more face products until I know what I'm putting on the eyes, so I think we should jump to that. It's crazy, I feel like I'm rediscovering my makeup products because they were all put away for so long that now I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. It's like having all new makeup. I feel like since it's like nearing Valentine's Day, I want to do something kind of pink just for fun. It's also kind of springy, you know? There's just so many things I want to use right now that I'm having a really hard time. But I think I'm going to go into the BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette. I almost want to go like super pink and go in with this shade Opaline on the lid. Maybe I'll start there and then kind of see what happens. This is like so pretty in pink. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. And it doesn't look like there's a ton of fallout with this, which is really nice. These shadows are so creamy. I can't even believe it. Now that that's on, I'm just going to go back into our bronzer with a little bit of a smaller blending brush and just like kind of ground the edges of it. I don't want it to be like super dark, but I do need a little bit of a color that's going to help, I don't know, make this not just look like a little kid just threw some frosty pink on their eyes. So giving a little bit of some dimension along the edges I think is just going to help make it look a little bit more of a look. Okay, that looks good. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of a brown liner. This one is Black Cocoa from Pixie. And I'm going to put this along the lash line, just really soft. Just a really thin line to help just ground the look even further. I don't know how better to explain that, so I hope that that makes sense. So even though I want like a soft look, I feel like having a little bit of that liner down, it doesn't even really deepen it up necessarily. It just kind of gives it a little more structure. So it actually makes it look more wearable and less like editorial looking, if that makes sense, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like that helps. Now I don't want anything extra on the lower lash line, so I'm just gonna go back in with that bronzer and just kind of deepen it up a little bit. Or get it in my eyeballs. Wow, that burns. Oh my gosh. Oh, why did that burn so bad? Holy cow. Then going back in with that lid shade one more time. I'm trying not to cover up the liner at all. I just want to make sure that that shade's nice and bright. Okay, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I have these little spots of some redness on my cheek. Actually both of them, but this one's really bad, and I have like a little bit right here, and they're driving me a little crazy because it makes it look like when I apply my blush that it's just like splotchy and all over the place. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of foundation powder. This one's the Super Stay from Maybelline, and just sort of like press that over top in hopes that it will cover up the redness a little bit. Because overall I don't care if my natural skin tone shows through a little bit, but right now with that redness just being so strong and like right in the center of my face, it really drives me crazy. Okay, and I'm not sure if I've talked about this in a video or not. I think that I have, but I've been using the label has completely worn off. This is the Makeup Revolution. I think it's called like High Brows or Good Vibes Brows or something like that. Brow gel. And this is super liquidy and very pigmented, so it's easy to make a mistake. So you gotta be really careful with this. But I just had my eyebrows tinted, and so I feel like I can just run some brow gel through and be done. And I kind of feel like not having a super defined brow today will complement this look even more. So I wipe off quite a bit of product onto the tip of the tube just so that I don't make a mess. And then I like to start this kind of in the center of my brow because on this brow especially is where I have a lot of sparseness. And you can already see how much that filled it in. Holy cow. Look how filled in. Is it too much? I might need to clean up just right there a little bit. But I feel like this works so well, it's insane. This stuff I think is supposed to be like good for your brows too. And have some sort of like benefits, like conditioning your brows or I don't know, something like that. So that's kind of nice, I guess. I haven't used it consistently enough to like notice a difference. Plus, to be honest, I don't really believe, especially from the drugstore, I don't believe that you can really make makeup products that do all that much for your skin or your, your brows or your lashes. I don't know. I don't believe it. If I want like skincare or hair care benefits, I go to a skincare or hair care brand, not to a makeup brand. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They look kind of crazy right now in the monitor, so I'm hoping they don't look like that on camera, but they look good in real life, I think. Do they? Yeah, they look good. This spot is just a little too low. That's a little better. I do feel like there's a couple little gaps and things like that, but it really doesn't bother me, especially in person. It's like not that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna keep moving on. I did want to do a quick inner corner highlight. There's nothing great in this palette. Maybe I'll go in with this shade right here called Star. I don't like that. I don't want that. I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Master Chrome Nikki Tutorials highlighter. It's sad to me that nobody talked about this like at all, because it's so good. I don't even remember her talking about it at all. Like, what was the deal there? That was so weird. Oh man, I left my mascara in the other room. I wonder if I can get away with this. So I have that new mascara, the NYX Lift Mascara one. I made a video on that if you want to check it out. I'll leave it down below. I left it in the bathroom, so I'm gonna try to use my CoverGirl Exhibitionist even though it's kind of running out. I like it better anyways, so we'll see how we can make it work today. It's definitely dry, but that's okay. I asked for some mascara recommendations on that video. Thank you so much to everyone who responded. I feel like everybody's favorites that I heard of were like more high-end, like the Better Than Sex or the Benefit They're Real. I think there were a couple other ones. But I am so surprised because I basically always only use drugstore mascaras aside from the Thrive one that I love. But yeah, other than that, I like always use drugstore. So now I'm like, maybe I'll have to try out some different ones. I guess I could buy like the travel size because they're cheaper, just so I could try some out without fully committing, and then I don't know, see how it goes. There's a new, I think it's L'Oreal mascara called Bambi Eyes. I really want to try that. It seems like good, and one of the girls I watch on YouTube was using it and she really liked it, so I don't know, but I kind of want to try that. Mascara is one of those things though, like I said in my last video, I just feel like you run out of it so quick that I'm like, well, I'll just finish it out before I buy a new one, because I have to buy new ones all the time. Alright, I actually feel like I got that to a pretty okay spot. We take a water break. I've been feeling like super dehydrated lately. I don't know if I just really haven't been drinking enough water or what, but I'm over it. Okay, now we can move on. I think I actually want to pick out my lip product first and then decide what blush, because I feel like with blush we could go a couple different ways. We could go a little bit more monochromatic and do sort of a cool tone pink blush, or we could go with something super toned down and almost a bronzery, like really skin tone colored blush. But I think it'll depend what kind of lip I want to do, so I'm going to do that first. Why is this the hardest decision? Oh wait, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I did it. I decided. I'm honestly really happy with how my skin looks. I'm surprised because I haven't used this foundation in so long, And I feel like the last time it wasn't like great, but I think it's because of the way I applied it. Like I didn't use very much product. I didn't layer concealer or powder on top of it at all. It looks pretty freaking good. My skin is just dry. I just need to go get a chemical peel. Ugh. Okay, I haven't used this in forever. This is the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in Nonstop Nude. I used to use this pretty much every day. Wasn't trying to overline, but I kind of did on accident. I've lined and I'm just gonna kind of fill in a little bit, like halfway, and then sort of blot my lips together. And then I'm going to use this Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Loyalist. This is a really nice kind of pale nude. And I'm actually gonna put it on the back of my hand and then dab it in with my finger, because this stuff can get really thick. And this way I can blend it into my lip liner a little bit. That's cute. Okay, I like that. Okay, now that that's on, all we have left to do is blush, but I am gonna go back in with a little bit more of my bronzer, I decided, just for fun. And then finally we have blush. I don't feel like I want anything that is too standoutish, but I do feel like I need some sort of color. So I'm going to use this Catrice Cosmetics blush box in bronze. It's just almost a bronze color. I feel like that will kind of tie it all together a little bit and not be too overpowering for the look. Just so you know, these are not my favorite blushes ever. I don't know if anybody cares, but I feel like there are so many good ones from the drugstore, and this to me is not it. But I like the color, and it's the only color that I have similar to this, so that's where we're at today. Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna take my foundation brush lightly and go around the edges of that, since I did add quite a bit of blush and bronzer, honestly. Okay, I believe that's it. Guys, I think I love this. Is this too much? Tell me what you think down below. I feel like this is always the conversation I have with myself after I finish colorful looks. I'm always like, is this too much? Is this too much? Even smoky looks, pretty much anything, I'm always like, is this too much? No, I really like it. And I feel like the bronzer on the eyes tied together with the whole face, and since we did a lip that's like a little bit more warm or neutral, not so cool as the pink that's on the eyes, the bronzer and the blush really help to pull it all together. I feel like it goes really well and it doesn't look too overboard at all. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Tell me down below what you think of this look, and tell me what your plans are for Valentine's Day. I'd be very curious to know. We never have plans, so I don't think we're planning on doing anything. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.